So it's telling me
Oh yeah, we're
live
actually
direct
in the.
from
Well,
Rapid Review Studios.
oh yeah, real great studio. We don't even sit in the same room.
Shh, they never
Satellite
need to know
studio.
that.
It's a satellite studio.
There you go. Remote viewing. We'll
Uh,
chill and see if
actually, no.
anybody wants to join us. I'm so tired.
Hang on, just waiting for it to buffer.
Do what?
I'm just waiting for it to see if it's all right. If I can hear anything.
Mm, it's a good point, actually. Because I
Yeah,
had to mess with the sound the other day.
I think it's all right.
Wow, I even look
I
tired.
think it's okay. All right, cool.
You can't even see my star because I have a big old pimple on my face.
Jesus Christ.
Ah.
I just got the notification on Twitch for some reason, even though I'm already on it.
Oh, there's mine. Where are you? There it is.
If anyone's in chat, let us know whether levels are good.
Let us know if you're just there at all, even. That would be good.
That would be nice, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so tired. I don't want to talk about anything yet till people show up. So I'm
Yeah,
going to
true.
drink instead.
Oh god, that's always a disastrous combination.
It's 3 p.m. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, I guess so.
Ah, day drinking is the best.
I mean, it used to be fun when I day drink.
Yes. Oh, that's not my mouse. That's my paperweight. Um,
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
how do I, if I want to put it on Twitch. No, Twitter. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired.
Right. Oh yeah, I
How do
need
I
to
put
send something over to you about that thing we were talking about the other day. It's in the emails.
right? I'll
Yeah,
ask you what that is off the air.
I'll put it in.
Because I don't remember.
I'll put it in Discord. There you go.
Okay. Oh, um, no, 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 not that.
Yeah, there's some attachments in the email that you need to have a look at.
Oh, right, okay. I shall do that
Yeah.
eventually. Eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, Chad,
Eventually.
come join us.
Yeah. Says we've got 2 viewers, but I'd imagine that's just me and you.
No, that's me and you. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Ah, nobody looks at my Twitter anyway, so I'm gonna post it, but it's not gonna go
Okay.
anywhere.
Well, yeah, post it and then I can retweet it anyway. So,
Okay. Come talk to us. I'm lonely.
that's no,
I'm
no. We're recording a
lonely.
podcast not because of that.
Both.
Oh, for God's
Oh,
sakes.
and we're recording.
Oh, this. Oh, for frick's
What?
sakes, this is the worst. I'm gonna send the link to you on Discord. This is
Okay.
terrible. It is, oh, there you go. Yeah, it's already come up anyway. That is bloody terrible.
All right. I have. Oh, I didn't tag anything, but I did just tweet it out. I'm so
Yeah, you're terrible with that anyway.
I'm
It's
the
fine.
worst.
I mean, you even spelled podcast wrong.
Did I really?
Positive, Podcast. What? Delete it and redo it, for Christ's sakes.
What?
Delete it and redo it, for goodness sakes.
Wait, but you told me to check the freaking thing.
Uh, whatever. Okay, whatever.
Oh,
I'll
that's
read.
a terrible, terrible
I'm gonna retweet it anyway.
Okay, retweet it.
Sencho said it said podcast.
Yes, just
I mean,
correct me in the retweet.
yeah,
Just say.
that is a yeah, that is a that's a cat related podcast. I'm afraid. I've just retweeted it anyway. Whatever, we'll just roll with it. It's you, typical you.
Yeah, that's how that goes. Oh, yes. Oh, it's. I didn't really. Okay, sorry, chat. I just. I just saw nursing Joe. Today's gonna be a goofy day.
Yes, yes, it is because I'm tired and I'm feeling a bit side effecty from the vaccine yesterday.
Yep.
I've got a busted arm.
And you got what?
My shoulder's screwed.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, we need to talk
Yeah,
about that.
we will
Um,
in a bit. So I'm sort of struggling through. I mean, yesterday in our conversation, you were like, "You sure you want to do this?" I was like, "I live for this."
I know. I was like, you don't need to do. Oh.
It's usually
Yes.
your response as well, though, isn't it? It's like I'm a performer.
But I'm different. I
The
don't.
show must go on. All the world's
I
a
don't
stage and
hold
all that
people.
rubbish.
I don't hold people to my standards. And Brent is disappointed because there is still no hot tub.
God, I can't even imagine trying to get in and out of a hot
uh,
tub at the moment.
Pete, for real, that's what you need for your arm,
I
for
know,
your
but I can't even
shoulder.
imagine how to get in and out of the damn thing.
Yeah. Uh,
Yes, yes, it is. The Otter stream on Twitch is brilliant.
yeah.
It
Absolutely.
needs more penguins, though.
Oh, right, right. Pete and his penguins.
Yeah,
Penguins. That's how we say it in Texas. And penguins.
it's 'cause-
Uh,
yeah, it's because you never see them anywhere near Texas.
it's true. Well, the zoo. I do love that.
Well, how far is the zoo from where you used to live? About three
Um,
hours.
I had one about half an hour and then one about an hour. So, depending
Oh,
on the
okay, that's all
direction.
right then.
But,
Yeah, but half an hour to an hour in the Texas heat is like 3 hours.
yes. That's why usually, except for at the big zoo, which is in Houston, they were the warm penguins, the warm weather penguins.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, look at that. Brent is playing some Undertale today and
Oh good.
tomorrow. Very
Oh
good.
good. The game that should have been game of the generation. And he'll finally.
Oh my
I'm,
gosh, that is so
I'm
funny.
joking. I'm joking, Brent. I know
Yeah.
you fought passionately for Warframe, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's still bitter. I'm still bitter.
So funny.
It was a good fight though.
It was, yeah. I mean, you can't beat logic.
But, yeah,
At least that's what I say.
both were respectable in being there at the very least.
Hmm. Absolutely. Okay, well, I think. Oh, chat, if you can let us know how sound is going. I messed with the sound
How
last time.
sound is going. How the
Yes.
sound is.
Can you hear us?
I guess they can because they've been interacting with us.
Well, I meant, but is it optimal?
Yeah,
Is it
I know what you mean. Of
the
course,
best? Only the best for our
seems
chat.
seems good.
Good, 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 good. So we will give everyone one more minute. I know we're a little bit late getting started, but we're a little bit late getting started. So. Pete feels like he's been hit by a bus, and I've been outside
Mm,
working all day. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Why is this even a thing?
why is
Super
what?
Mario World HD 2D remake. You do know the HD 2D like engine is Square's, not freaking like Nintendo's. Come on. It would be
People.
cool. I'm not gonna lie, but Jesus. Remember who owns the engine, people.
Yeah, that's really the key. Oh, you know what? We need to talk about Unreal Engine.
I might be slightly. I might maybe slightly
Mm,
louder.
I
Yeah.
pulled you down just a bit, but not much.
Oh, okay,
So,
cool.
um, because I
I
also know
believe.
that you're not feeling the best, so you're gonna be talking quieter
Yeah, that's
than
generally tends
normal.
to be the case.
But I think this is gonna be it for our chat.
Yeah, shall we?
No
We'll
Markins.
synchronize the.
I mean, all the Americans showed up. None of the other people showed up.
Well, apparently it's more Memorial Day weekend.
Oh yes, it is. I should have remembered that. because it
Well,
always
it's bank
happens
holiday
around my
over here as
birthday.
well.
It always
So
sucked.
I don't know why you do this to yourself. It's so silly.
Do what?
For someone who doesn't want anyone to know when their birthday is, you do keep giving a lot of hints to
Well,
people,
no, but that's
even
not.
to the point where you
That,
now know it. But
no,
I will never say. Oh, there you
I.
go. The
People forget.
notifications finally got out of Discord.
Oh, right, okay. Okay. I
Yeah, I
need
think
to.
we need to wait like 10 minutes just for that to go out. You know.
It is pretty early in the US right now. Um.
Well, it's free. Well, I mean, it's free here, but uh,
Sweet.
it's
Oh my gosh. Um.
yeah. Okay, we need to synchronize the Audacity anyway, so we need to do that in a minute.
All right. So, Sincho, is it your birthday ish time?
Oh, I see. Well, if it is, happy birthday, uh, or whenever it is.
Yeah.
If it's belated or early, at least
Or happy unbirthday.
10 a.m.
Ooh,
East
you were
Coast, yeah,
okay.
7 a.m. West Coast. Oh, 4th of
I
May. Okay, yeah.
I will not make.
You're a May 4th person. Cool.
I won't make the joke. I won't. I
No,
refuse.
but you share a birthday with someone on our writing staff, so I
Yeah.
won't say who.
It's not me.
Although they might not care.
Oh,
Oh, episode. Hello,
what's
Seb.
up?
Yeah, episode 80. Can't believe we've got to this point already.
I can't believe Pete's put up with me this long. I'm surprised, really.
It's quite easy when you know what you're doing, but there are some challenging times.
Challenging
It's
times
like
ahead.
it's like having a dog, and when that dog gets ill, sometimes.
What? I didn't follow that.
Well, if a dog gets ill, they need extra care,
Right.
which is when
Okay.
you often do not message me with a slew of messages.
Oh, I was like, is the podcast the dog? Or
No, no, you're the dog,
right, okay.
and not in a misogynistic,
Uh,
horrible way. I don't mean.
oh my gosh, I wouldn't put up with you if you did say that in that way.
I know, but I have to clarify just in case Switch decides to ban us.
Oh, whatever. They'll never ban me unless we talk about The Simpsons too much.
Oh yeah, of course. I wonder how many times we can get away with that now. Or
Talking
before they
about The
actually decide.
Simpsons, I'm not
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
but
I mean, I like the Simpsons,
Simpsons,
but
yes.
uh,
Everyone loves
yeah,
The
they can get annoying.
Simpsons. Um,
I mean, after season 13, they do get really annoying.
we should what is it? Sync up our audio.
Yes, we should. So, are you ready with
But I am
the
well.
episode?
Let me warn the audience ahead of time
Oh yeah.
that
Okay.
today's a little loosey goosey for many reasons. But Pete's not feeling the best, and it's sunny outside, and I can't focus because I want to be outside.
Me too, to be honest. I spent quite a lot of the morning outside as well.
Yes, I've been power washing all day. That was probably a really loud clap, and I do apologize for that. But I've been power
It's too
washing all
early to
day,
clap, all right?
and I have loved every second of it. And I'm gonna go power wash some more. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have something to eat and then go out for a walk this evening whilst it's still warm enough.
I should probably eat at some point.
Yeah, you should. I got leftover Chinese from yesterday that I didn't
Yeah.
particularly eat, so that's cool.
Maybe I'll order Chinese. Yes.
That's a good idea.
And then tomorrow I start back on training, which means I
Yeah,
have to stop eating carbs again.
yeah. Look, look. When I come over to your way next year for the convention, like your
Yes.
Chinese better be good. Like your local Chinese better be good, otherwise I'm gonna kick off.
Well,
There might be a wall in your a hole in your wall at some point.
we have this one, I kid you not, we have this one that I've not tried, and they're literally right out my front door, called Walk This Way. And that is the best title of a
No,
Chinese food place ever.
no, it's awful because it makes me remember that horrible Aerosmith Run DMC song.
It was Aerosmith first.
I don't care.
Alright, let's do our sound test. Now,
Yeah.
chat, you are absolutely uh,
This might
Encouraged.
hurt. Yeah, this might hurt, by the way.
Oh, yeah, because we have to do some clapping. But you're absolutely encouraged to send us questions and everything because this is kind of just a generic catch up with latest
Yeah,
gaming news and
go
Unreal
crap.
Engine, E3, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So if you want to hear. Oh, you're on this side.
Okay.
If you want to hear Pete talk about Nintendo and a Switch Pro, you can throw some questions his way.
Yeah, you can if you want.
I love it.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. If you start recording
Oh,
in
wait.
three. Oh god.
Okay.
Hurry up.
I gotta
Get
make
ready.
sure I got everything right.
Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're about to have fun with chat. Uh,
Yeah, we'll get to that too, Sencho. Okay.
all right.
Okay. Right. So
So
start recording.
we're doing our sound test for the podcast
Yeah.
right quick.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. So start recording. 3, 2, 1. Now.
Okay.
Right. So then I'm going to do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the second repetition, well, on the third you come in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 for me, and then you come in.
Okay.
Okay. So
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3,
Three,
4,
four,
one,
one.
two, three, four.
Okay.
You're well too late, I think.
Well, I
Unless
mean,
I couldn't hear what you were doing, because I
yeah,
could
I
barely
think
see
that's
it.
just the yeah, I think that's just the lag on
It's okay because
the actual
if it
thing.
comes up in your sound file, then I'll be able to see it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of the high spikes just to see that, it does help.
Woohoo!
Vision.
All right, you
Yeah,
wanna
really boring technical talk for people who don't care about editing.
whenever you're ready to
Yeah.
count me down, I will intro us.
Then, so we're going to get going in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Rapper Reviews Radio episode 80, which is insane. I'm pretty sure I say that every time we hit, like
Any
a
landmark?
70, 60, yeah, all of those. But it is insane. I am your co-host, Kylie Wild, and I'm joined by my ever-present co-host, Pete Beckett. Sorry.
Hello.
And we are also joined today by chat, because we're also live on stream. Say hello, chat. Hello. And
Really terrible for those audio listeners tomorrow.
yeah, well,
or whenever it comes up.
we're encouraging them to join us, but we also love our audio listeners.
Mm-hmm.
They're just as
Well, we
important.
wouldn't be here without the audio
Oh,
listeners.
we
How we
wouldn't.
got our start, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, we wouldn't be anywhere without any of them. We love all of you. Please don't leave
Well,
us.
most of you. I won't say who.
Well, so Pete, it's been a crazy week. Like, it's been super crazy for both of us. But I think yours wins for insanest because you had to make a little hospital visit. So, Pete, tell us about your week.
So I hate hospitals, and I had to visit a hospital, which really sucked. So last week, can't believe I actually managed to struggle through that podcast without realizing I'd done damage to my ACJ ligament in my shoulder playing football. So yeah, fun times having to go to a hospital on Thursday evening.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was quick. It was fine. It was about an hour and a half, which is reasonably quick for the NHS. I'm not gonna lie.
I was gonna say that was actually really good. To be fair, they did really well.
It took an hour before I was seen initially. Then it was 5 minutes with the nurse. Then quick walk down to an X-ray. 2 minutes there. Right, done. Then hour and a half in total. I couldn't believe it.
That's pretty good.
And then I got the vaccination yesterday. So compounded on top, I feel kind of lousy.
Yep. And you have a sling that you're wearing, but you didn't wear it on screen, so that's.
I don't, which is good because I don't have to because I've got an armrest on my chair, obviously, so I can on there, and I'm good. I'm good.
Well, of course we give you all the good vibes and all that healing crap that
I don't need good. I don't need good vibes. I need good news. And there's been a serious lack of it recently.
I know, but
anyway,
things always look up. That's the thing.
Yeah, they do. Go on, your crazy week.
Better. My week is crazy because after October, blah, 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 7 months, I finally have heating installed. I finally have heating on the hottest day of the year on record. So. But they
When you needed it
finally did
during
it.
those winter months, it was like,
Oh my
no, no, we're
gosh.
just gonna leave you in the cold. But now you don't need it. Here we go.
And it's crazy because it's controlled by either motion or my voice. I was telling Pete I have a Jarvis now, and it runs my
And
house.
and I will say the same thing. You are
Yes.
not Tony Stark because you didn't invent it. You only merely adopted it off of Hive. So don't.
Hey, if you give me like 6 weeks, I can invent my own. So, but it
You
is
have
really
six.
cool.
You have 6 weeks. Crack on.
Oh, oh, I could I could do all kinds of stuff. I've got a Raspberry Pi and Arduino. I could.
Okay, well, I'll give you six. After this stream, I'll give you 6 weeks. We'll come back to this point in 6 weeks' time. So let me have a look at the date. Hang on.
But it is funny. The Wild Mansion, as it was called on Twitter recently, which cracked me up. Actually, my compound is called Boketo, but I love the Wild
Oh
Mansion.
no.
It is a smart house, so
Yeah.
it's ran by a robot, and I love it.
Cool. Well, look, July 11th. I'm gonna pull you up on this again.
But what do you want my house to do? It already greets me when I come in and turns the lights on for me. I just need it to like flush the toilets on its own, which I could
Well,
totally program it to do
there you
that.
go.
That
There you
takes
go.
no time. I
You
have a
you
sensor
need to
already.
you need to make your entire house automated. All your doors.
Oh,
You need
that's.
to make it the future armor
Oh
house.
my gosh! Can you imagine Star Trek doors?
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
I've already got the kit to make my blinds be automatic. So
Yeah. Make your doors automatic as well then.
my house is gonna attack me one night.
But yeah, you're literally gonna be Fry in the first
The
episode of Future Armor.
Yeah, oh, it'll be
I
the rise
really
of the
hope that happens.
machines. I am Fry, man. But
Yeah. So we get on with some gaming stuff and
let's
talk about
get
some news.
on with it. Yes. So
Mm.
today's episode is going to be quite a bit shorter than normal, unless
Yeah.
chat is like really into it. Then we're gonna just
Sure.
crack on. But to give Pete a little break and stuff, and also I
Yeah,
want to
because
go
I still
outside and power wash some more.
because I still have to edit after this. I have to
Yeah.
do all that work behind the scenes to get this actually to you.
Yes, it's true. So, Pete, what is in the news this week? And we'll
Well,
talk
before
about
we
it.
start the news, I do want to talk quickly about something that I might have made a wrong call on a previous episode.
All right, I love chat. What chat just said
You,
though.
you well, you know what it is because I messaged you the other day. So
Mhm.
I was playing a game that is actually more fun than I ever thought it would be. Fall Guys, because it was
Yes.
cheap. I bought it and oh my god, I played it for 3 hours straight and I loved it. So yeah, I was wrong about it being a bad game. It is actually legit
Oh,
fun.
that's so funny. Yeah, I really would like to get a rep reviews group playing Fall Guys. I think that would be so fun.
Yeah,
Absolutely
thanks,
fun.
Sancho. I've just seen you comment. Cheers.
Yeah. So Sinjo in chat says, "Keep the show going, guys. Let's see how far Pete can go." Oh my gosh, I love a
Remember,
challenge.
I have got a button where I can disconnect from the call at any time and leave
Oh,
Kylie high and dry.
oh
So
my
I may
gosh.
have to use it.
I need to send a drone after you. Just film you, just 24/7.
That would be so boring. The drone would just fall to the ground in boredom. I know it's automated and all, but it would start feeling feelings.
Oh my gosh, it'd be like that butter robot in Rick and Morty.
Oh God.
The only good Rick and Morty, the first two seasons.
Uh,
I know,
no,
I know the
no,
second
no,
season is questionable.
no,
I know.
no. Just the first season is all. I was watching I was watching the TV Sins like videos because they released them all as one for the first season, and I've
Right?
forgotten how good the first season was from
I
watching
know.
that.
I rewatched it the other day. Oh my gosh. Ugh. But
Mm,
you know,
there's some
that's how Dan
seriously good
Harmon
jokes in
do.
it.
He always fails after the first two seasons.
Yes, it does.
But
Anyway, gaming news.
gaming news, yes.
So what are we covering first?
Just
Yeah,
go for it, man.
We'll go for E3, shall we? So
Yeah.
Uh, shall we make? We can make some predictions for E3, knowing what companies are going to be there. So I think
Well,
list of
let our
confirmed are.
yeah.
I need to actually know what the list of confirmed
Oh, I
attendees
was
is,
gonna say we probably should tell our audience too what they are,
I mean, yeah, it's Nintendo, Microsoft, and
which
this is
I'm
all coming off
surprised.
off the bat, by the way. So
Yeah, but I'm surprised that Nintendo's confirmed. But
I'm not. They usually tend to be involved in E3 in some way, you know.
yeah, but E3's dead.
Yeah, I mean, Konami pulled out, didn't they? They
Mhm.
initially said that they were going to be there.
Yup.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's easier to say who's not going to be there, isn't it? So
Yeah, because I think it's like
no
three people
Sony.
are gonna be, or three companies, and one of them
Yeah, no,
is the kind of minor company. Oh, I can't remember what they're called.
remember, but yeah, no Sony, no
No.
EA, no Konami.
Nope.
I think
Who's the minor
Koch,
company that's
is
joining?
it Koch Media or Koch Media, or how you call them?
Coke.
I don't know.
But yeah,
Coke, yeah, I know, but it's just funnier to say it.
I like to say
Uh,
cock media. It's the only time I can get away with it.
yeah, exactly. I need to find out now because this is annoying me.
Yeah. Yeah, there's very few people attending E3 this year, and as we've said in previous episodes, or as I've said, I will stand by what I say. E3 is dead. It's dead. It did not
Yeah.
mutate or adapt to this new world that we're in, and it's just. I mean, what's the point? People. I mean,
Yeah.
companies can run their own directs now.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Okay, so the
cock
list of
media. Yes, thank you,
yeah,
chat.
I know. I just saw that, it made me giggle. So, um,
I know
but
cock
yeah,
always
the
makes me
list.
giggle.
Okay, so the list of confirmed attendees.
Let's hope that
Microsoft.
never gets clipped. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So yeah. Okay, so moving on quickly. Carry on. Right. So, um, yeah, Microsoft and Bethesda are doing a joint show, aren't they? So we can
Yes.
get into that.
Yeah.
Nintendo, Future Game Show, PC Games, Square Enix, Ubisoft, Take Two, Warner Brothers, Koch Media, hashtag Koch Media, um, Capcom, Activision, Bandai
Uh,
Namco, Sega, and Gearbox.
of
Yeah,
course,
uh,
Gearbox. Of course, Gearbox is
we'll
there.
go for it. So let's start, shall we? From the top of the list, Microsoft, Xbox, and Bethesda, obviously. Crack
Yeah.
on. We all know what you want.
Well, of course, I want some.
Halo Infinite. We're getting a new gameplay
I
review.
want some
Obviously.
gameplay footage. Yes, it's gonna be new. I bet it's gonna be a teaser with Cortana in there somehow. Like even if it's just the little AI thing, like they did on
Mm,
the main teaser where it just shows it like it's empty in the back of his head.
yep.
So it'll be. I think it will be for the fans because they need to. They're losing their core audience
Mm,
from Halo Infinite. I mean, we're all dying here. We need it. We need Master Chief, and we just need some more gameplay footage without what is
what
it?
is
What was the
about all the
Craig?
vitriol?
No, I meant
Oh,
with
Craig, yeah.
yeah.
No, I think I think we should have a really low poly Craig like
Oh
Easter egg
my
in there
god.
somewhere.
Well, no, I definitely think they'll do that because Halo has always been known for its Easter eggs. I love its Easter eggs. It's very witty.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, but what I mean is like they should actually start on that, like have the low
oh my
poly like
gosh.
image playing and then just have it like zoom out and it just be amazing.
That would be hilarious. I do wonder. Here's what I wonder for any Halo fans out there, and if we have any fans in chat, I would like to know your feelings and thoughts on this as well. Um, before in the past, Halo has always released the main campaign, and then multiplayer's had some bugs, and that usually comes after. I think. I would like to think, fingers crossed, that they're going to release multiplayer first. I bet it's in beta
Yeah,
for a
I think
week.
they'll do um I think they'll do the test fire events
I
actually,
think
or
so.
whatever they usually call them for
Uh,
their beta events. Um, I think they'll. I'm gonna be bold here and say that they might actually have the first one at E3.
I could see I can get behind that. I can see that happening. One good week of beta testing and then
Yeah, but they won't call it a beta test. They'll probably call it an alpha test.
mhm.
or
Or
a
they'll
pre-alpha.
say, yeah, they'll call it something else,
Mm.
something witty, but that's what it'll be,
Yeah,
and
they usually call it something. I know Splatoon's is
they
like
do.
a test fire, isn't it? I think it's
Yeah,
isn't it like a strike or something like that?
they did used to have strikes, yes,
Yeah.
especially with ODST. I think that was
Yeah, I
called
heard that
strike.
a lot, like obviously in the lead up to like people talking about this, so
Oh,
I wasn't
I
sure if
can't
it meant
wait.
that.
People have been
Yeah.
posting Master Chief with his. They've been putting. Okay, this is about to get super nerdy, and I do apologize, but they've been posting him with his like Mach 7 armor, but his Mach 5 helmet, and I don't know if that's on purpose,
I
or
think it
if they're
probably is.
alluding to something, or they're just trying to mess with people like me.
Or they could be all of the above, to be
All
fair.
of the
So
above. I mean, oh god, I need Master Chief. I need him
okay, right.
to be back.
We'll move on from the rest of 343, obviously, because we could go on for hours about
I
this.
really, I literally could. I really
Yeah.
could. Oh my
So
gosh.
obviously the next big one is Bethesda with them. So
Mhm.
Starfield, you reckon it's going to be shown?
Yeah. I think at this point it's inevitable. I
Hmm.
think they'll announce that it is PC and Xbox exclusive at that point.
Yeah,
And to be fair, I'm quite I can't say I'm excited for it, but I'm intrigued. I want to.
sure.
I'm yeah, like I'm piqued. My interest is piqued.
Okay.
So
Do you think it's do you think it's this year then?
I do. I think it will be later this year, closer to the holiday. What is that? Q4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be closer to Q4. Because
Okay.
that just makes financial
Mm.
sense. It does. I
It
could see it Q3, but
Yeah, I
Q3,
mean
Q4.
it does, but all those like rumors recently, obviously about it coming out this year, and then a lot of industry insiders all saying no. I think they're going to show it this year, but not release it until next year. I think some
I've
of those are true, but I don't think it's going to be as late as next year,
no.
or
That's
like
my thing.
late. Sorry, late to 2022. I think it will be mid 2022, if anything.
Yeah. If they don't do it at Q4, I think they will
Yeah,
do it at Q1 in 2022. I
yeah.
don't think
So
it's
that's
that
like
far off.
yeah.
Um,
So that'd be like April to July, right?
yeah, because I mean, think about it. Bethesda, well, Microsoft, if we're being honest, Microsoft has to show that purchasing Bethesda was a lucrative move. So
Yeah.
far, we don't have anything because they have obligations and stuff like that to other other games had to be finished up and blah blah blah.
Okay.
Starfield is going to be the very first outing, if we're honest, between the Microsoft and Bethesda merger.
Kind
What?
of, but this game's been in development for a long time, so this is obviously already like in progress long before Microsoft
Mm-hmm.
even got involved.
Well,
But
yeah, but it could have been the one that said, "Hey, look, when we sign this contract, we need something to go out saying, yeah, look what we've done. Look how good we've
yeah,
done." And they probably said,
I agree.
Starfield. Starfield will be it." So,
Yeah, I don't think it's just Starfield. I think it's Elder Scrolls 6 that's also going
oh,
to do that as
I
well.
don't get me wrong. I think there's more coming, and
Yeah, I mean this is just the
I'm
start,
there for
obviously.
it. I cannot wait. Oh, if they
Yeah,
show a teaser for Elder Scrolls,
I don't think they will. I think they've just been known as working on one game at a time, aren't they? So
they are very well known for that. Well, I mean,
yeah,
they work on them simultaneously, but they only release like Bethesda is well known for well before they messed up with 76. They they are releasing their information 4 to 6 weeks before the game goes on sale. Um,
mm,
Rockstar kind of did that, kind of copied that formula for Red Dead Redemption 2, and it worked.
yeah.
Um,
Kind of, although they did initially like announce the game along for quite a while before and then delayed it. So,
yeah, yeah. I mean,
but
that
the
is true.
vast
That's true.
majority of information about the game did come out in that last 6 month
Yeah, just
period.
boom, boom, boom. Yeah. And
Yeah,
Bethesda's been known for that. Except, again, with Fallout 76, which they totally messed up. So,
yeah, they messed that up big time.
ugh.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
even though it is a Microsoft thing, I still think we're going to see something Deathloop related at Bethesda.
Yeah, no, I think so because I think here's what I think. Okay, I'm looking forward to Deathloop like I'm on board for a Deathloop. I think
Yeah,
Deathloop is going to be one of those like strong contender. It's going to make them money. It might not be the end all be all. It might not be a franchise. It might not, blow the roof off of everything. But it's going
Yeah.
to be a strong moneymaker. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anything else from Microsoft and Bethesda? Like, I don't think we're going to see anything Fable related. Probably not anything uh,
Uh,
Forza Motorsport related,
I
or Perfect Dark at
Nah,
all.
they're
Like
saving
those.
those. Those are
Oh,
their big ones.
yeah, they will be. But do we see any new announcements coming from them possibly, or are we just
Um,
waiting to see the next big thing from them, which is clearly Halo?
oh god, that's so tough. Because they've got to pace it. Um, that's a tough one because I did forget about Forza. Uh,
Yeah, I mean they've shown off Forza like Motorsport,
they
but
did,
they've
and it
obviously
was
like there's been
beautiful.
a lot of yeah, been a lot of rumors about Forza Horizon 5 coming first though, which has been really strange.
That is very strange. The thing is that if I remember correctly, and Pete, correct me if I'm wrong, they didn't show any actual gameplay from Forza.
They didn't. It was all. I think they made that pretty clear that it was all
Yeah,
in-engine
it
stuff, but
was
not
in
gameplay.
right. So it wouldn't be above the possibility of doing a small teaser of gameplay, but no
Mm.
actual date
But
definitive.
I
Um,
know, but I don't like that fact because it would make me wrong in the fact that I thought that they were going to merge the two properties together
you did,
eventually.
you did, and I don't
But
think
we'll
that
see. We will
that's
see.
yeah. And Brent in chat has said Uplay Plus added to Games Pass Ultimate. Uh, which I do have to say, GPU, which is Game Pass Ultimate, does make me
Mhm.
think also of like a
Yeah.
graphics card. But
Well, this is the thing that we had in the Discord the other day because
yeah,
Michael Overlord wasn't sure what he was talking about.
exactly. But oh yeah, I mean yeah, because Ubisoft's going to be there too as well. Um,
Mm.
I think we could see that announcement. I could see that. I
Okay,
could see that.
going on the other side of the fence. No, it's not happening.
Right? Okay.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think Ubisoft will want too much money for it, and Microsoft will back down.
Ooh, I don't. Okay, okay. I like this. I like this. I totally disagree. So this will be a fun seeing how this plays out.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know about Ubisoft. I think they're going to want their own launcher rather than it all being integrated within Xbox Live or
To
Game
be
Pass Ultimate
fair,
membership.
yeah. To be fair, I do see Ubisoft eventually doing their own gaming cloud type thing.
Yeah,
Streaming thing.
I think they are getting there with that, and I
Yeah,
think they're a little bit
I do too.
further along in the technology than most people realize. If
That's
anything,
my
like
thing. I'm not sure where they're sitting at this point.
I if anything, I could kind of see because I know Square Enix have got their own their own launcher now on
They
PC. I
do,
wouldn't be
yeah.
surprised if they'd include that into Game Pass Ultimate
Right.
because of a lot of how many games are coming to Game Pass from Square.
Yeah, exactly. I think you know what, and that's really let's just say it. I mean, we're all thinking it, but I think E3 we're gonna see a lot of streaming game platforms released. I think that's gonna be the major announcements at E3
Oh,
this year.
okay. Okay, so shall we go over a couple of the quote unquote smaller companies here?
Sure.
Because
Yes, I'm always for
I can
that.
hang on about Nintendo for quite a while, so um, I can't say much about the PC gaming show really, apart from possibly an update to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Um,
Which I
we'll
have
we'll
weirdly
obviously get stuff to do with Game Pass on PC for sure.
I just want to say, like, I've never been into Microsoft Flight Simulator, like, as a person who plays it
Mhm.
because I'm terrible at it. I've really started watching streamers playing it. It's,
Yeah, I've
like,
been really
very
interested
addictive.
in this one, but
Uh,
I actually can't wait for this to come to Xbox Series console because I will play it when I get the Series X
I
when it
might give
comes
it a
out.
try again. I
It'll be
played
on
it
Game Pass, so I'm not going to complain.
exactly. I played it like years ago when it was just
Yeah.
PC and somebody had it was a friend that had like three monitors at the time, which was like insane at the time. The stick and like the sound and everything, and I just
Yeah,
crashed over and over and over and over.
of course. So, okay, so I wish I could talk more about PC gaming show, but I don't know much about PC gaming, so I don't know what's on the
it.
horizon for there.
I mean, the thing with PC gaming is that, let's be very honest here. Microsoft is the biggest contender for PC gaming. I haven't
Sure.
seen. I mean, like, who used to do Far Cry? Was it Crisis or
Ubisoft.
something?
No, Ubisoft have always been on it.
Has
It's
it
Crisis
always
we're
been
talking
Ubi?
about.
Maybe it is
Crisis we're
Crisis.
talking. Yeah, you're talking. Crisis is obviously Crytek, so
Yeah, Crytek in okay, Crytek is what I was thinking about. You know, like Crytek had a while, and then Unreal for a while. That's another thing we talk about is Unreal has released their newest engine. Um, but right
yeah. Oh
now
yeah.
at this point, Microsoft is the PC god, I think. But you know,
Hmm,
hey, chat, feel free to absolutely disagree
sure.
with
Okay,
this.
right. Square Enix are next on this list, and they had a big blowout the other day with all the Dragon Quest stuff. So I don't think we're
Yeah,
going to see anything Dragon Quest related.
yeah.
Um,
Although people are really, really wanting it, and I do understand that. I just don't think we're gonna see it this time.
when do when does Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate come out? Because if that's after E3, we'll get a new trailer there for sure.
I want to say that it is, and I want to say that yes, we'll see a trailer for it. But I honestly can't say for
Having a
sure.
look. Uh, no, it's Integrate, not in. Thanks for telling me
But
about Final Fantasy VII Remake. Oh,
yeah,
10th of June, so it's just coming out just before
oh,
E3.
okay, okay, okay.
So we might get something
Might get a
possibly.
little minor something, but
Yeah.
yeah, not seeing a big
Um,
deal about that.
I think we'll get
But
something Avengers related for sure, like because of obviously the new DLC stuff that's going to come out.
um,
Part of their roadmap that they've announced. So we'll get something
yeah,
there.
uh,
Brent's made a good point. 25th anniversary for Tomb Raider this year, so they might tease a new game, but I don't think there'll be a full-on announcement for it. Like,
I just, oof, I would love to see anyone
mm,
but Crystal Dynamics.
well, I think it's going to be Crystal Dynamics, unfortunately.
I know. I'm 100% aware that that is just it for the foreseeable
Yeah.
future, but I mean, come on.
Okay, and I'm gonna go on a limb here, and I know this might rile up a fair few fans.
Mhm.
I think Final Fantasy 13, the whole trilogy, they're gonna announce a remaster of them.
Oh, wow. Okay. That would be an
Probably
interesting move.
in a whole collection because it's the one that people have been asking for some reason, and
I know
can't
like
understand why. Because 13 sucks balls,
uh,
but you know.
I mean, I am sorry to anyone out there that is a fan of that. I love Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 13, it just did not do it for me. But again,
13 was
it's me.
13 was fun when you hit Grand Pulse, and that was not nearly enough time. Like,
Yeah,
and you spent like 20 something hours getting to that point. It was
right.
the bloody
Exactly.
like it's called Final Corridor 13 for a reason.
But I do want to say, chat has said, Centro specifically, Microsoft is what
Hmm.
Netflix was when nobody else was around. Yes, agree. So yeah,
Good
they're the
point.
boss
Yeah.
of gaming right now. Absolutely. Can't beat Game Pass. No, you cannot. I'm
Right.
sorry. I don't know if there's any detractors out there, but we love Game Pass over here
Yeah.
because it's just it's such an amazing idea.
Mm.
And
It does also say I'd rather have a remake to 8 or 9 in terms of Final Fantasy, I guess. Not
yeah,
going to happen, unfortunately, because I think with those ones, like they're not as beloved as 7 is. Like with the wider audience, it's more niche in terms of
I I I
wider scale selling.
I think so. I mean, for me, seven is, of course, I'm from that same generation that seven just blew my mind. It's amazing. Eight was okay. It was okay. Wasn't the best. Nine I didn't care for, because they seemed to go backwards. But 10 X and X2, oh, I
No,
love
I
those.
don't. I personally don't think they'll remake X and X2
I wish they
because
would. And
they are 3D games of that generation where they were actually kind of decent. So there's not much they can do. I think the one of the biggest fan favorite ones that they will eventually do, and it's debatable whether or not they
15?
do it as a HD 2D remake or a full 3D remake, is 6.
Whoa, wow, yeah, okay. But I also want to call attention to Chad again. I'm sorry, but as a Final Fantasy
Yeah,
fan,
uh,
8 is
uh,
amazing if you believe in the Squall is Dead theory. Holy crap,
and I
Sincho.
do.
I need to go back. I have never heard that theory.
I've heard the theory, and I've played the game since hearing the theory, and I think it's
Oh
dead on.
my gosh. I could get into that. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's like because after the point of that, like because it happens very early on, isn't it? The school
Hmm.
gets like pretty much slain down, pretty much. So the whole
It's,
game is like well over the top. It's utterly ridiculous at times. So
it,
you
it
could kind of
is.
understand why that theory exists.
It is, but and it's so boring in the beginning because you're at like an academy and
Oh, it's so dull.
I got so bored.
Me too.
But I have
Mm,
never gone back and played it. But I think Centro
okay.
in our lovely chat has encouraged me to
Hmm.
go back and look at it with new
Do it.
eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's. I mean, it's out now on the Switch and I
It
believe
is,
the
yeah.
PS4, isn't it? So
Hmm.
yeah,
Oh
go
my
and check
gosh!
that link.
Is that a real link? Oh
Yes,
my
it is. It
gosh!
is. That's where I found it.
For our audio listeners,
Oh, is it might be on Game Pass?
squallisdead.com. I will be
Yeah.
checking that out.
I'll
So,
put it in. I'll put it in the description anyway.
yeah.
But shall we move on? Because obviously we could talk about this one for
Oh,
hours
yeah,
again.
no,
Uh,
exactly. But yes, we'll move on.
Ubisoft are next up. So Watch Dogs Legion DLC,
I
Assassin's Creed DLC,
and
probably about it.
re-releases and probably some re-releases. I mean,
Yeah, we're not. I'm afraid to say, don't get your hopes up because we're not
yeah,
getting Splinter Cell. We're not getting anything good stuff.
we're never gonna
Uh,
get Splinter Cell.
we're I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna say that we're preparing for probably another big Nintendo announcement here with Ubisoft because we've had
I
obviously Mario and Rabbids and Starlink. I think that
that's actually a
that
good
was
point.
fruitful enough that they'll carry on with it, and I think the obvious answer is Mario and Rabbids sequel,
Yeah, yeah.
including Rayman,
Ooh, I love Rayman so
or a
much.
Mario Rayman crossover platform, which could be kind of cool.
That would be interesting. I'd be up for that just
I would
because.
be. I just don't see
Yeah.
that one happening as much as Mario and Rabbids do.
Yeah, I mean, it's already an established property, so I could
Yeah,
see a yeah, I
it's.
could see a
I
sequel.
think that would be the way that you get Rayman into the series, that you could lead to that crossover potential happening, but I don't
Yeah.
see it being a fully fledged thing yet.
And I know Far Cry 6 has already been talked about this week.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
Um,
they had the announcements, didn't they? Or
yeah,
the
they
show off
did.
the big gameplay and stuff like that.
I don't know how I feel about it because Far Cry has always been a strange one for me. Um, I didn't really like. I played the original Far Cry, but it didn't do anything for me. And then I
Yeah.
played Far Cry 3, I think, which had
Mhm.
the really cool bad
Yeah,
guy.
plus.
Yeah, and the only thing is, I hated the like respawning of
Mm,
all the checkpoints that they would respawn and you'd have to fight them all over again. And that was annoying to
yeah,
me.
it
And the
was pretty
constant
annoying.
like malaria, you had to like constantly take the malaria shot or pills. I don't remember, but
Yeah, it was
uh,
kind of annoying, but three was
yeah,
for me. I think three was probably the pinnacle of that series.
I think so too.
What,
But I do
what
like
about that game? Thanks, Brent. Yeah, Rainbow Six Quarantine.
now that I hadn't thought of.
We might see
I
that,
hadn't
but I
thought of
think
that.
I actually heard like it might be a rumor, or it might be official that they're actually considering changing that name because of what's happened the
I
last
say
year.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah. Okay, we'll move on, but I think that's a possibility that we could see that at Far Cry 6 for sure. Sorry, I did forget Far Cry was even a thing for Ubisoft. So, um,
Really?
you- I'm tired. All right, go
I
away.
know. You're
Um,
right. You're right.
right, next one, Take Two. Take Two is a weird one because they got a lot of property, so it's obviously going to be
They do.
NBA 2K22 with extra sweat and extra squeaky strainers. Uh, whatever
That
other
sweat,
crappy
man.
ass sports games they've got, and
Oh
all that
gosh.
nonsense. There'll be more about GTA 5 Enhanced, of course. GTA 6 ain't happening. I
It's just
rescind
not.
that point that I made a couple of weeks ago. It's not happening.
Which I think is dumb. I think it's a dumb move. I think it's time now. But, they
Yeah,
gotta do what they gotta do.
yeah, because I don't know why, but I really am thinking they might finally add some story DLC for 5. Yeah, I don't know
I
when free to play goes live on GTA Online. I hope it does soon.
I think it will be soon. It's hard to say because I'll be honest, I've been entrenched. If you follow my Twitter, you know this. I've been entrenched into GTA 5 RP,
Yeah,
which,
that's funny though.
yeah, I mean, it's so cool. It's just awesome. So I kind of think that it would be a very smart move
Yeah.
if they did make it free to play, just because
hmm
GTA RP is so cool.
hmm
I'm such a dork.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, okay, we're moving on. Warner Brothers. No, it's
I'm
not
telling
because
you,
like you're saying how much of a dork you are because of that. It's just because there's nothing really to talk about after
yeah, but I'm telling you, I am not kidding. We're going to see Space Jam 2. It's gonna happen.
that.
I know, but it's gotta happen. I mean, think about it. Think about way back in the midst of time. Space Jam was a huge thing. And,
It
like,
is kind of.
yeah, and, like, Space Jam, the game was a huge deal. I mean, I
Yeah,
know we
I
were like
agree.
5 or whatever, but still, I just remember seeing that everywhere. So I think it will happen again. I think that'll
Sure.
be announced. I really do.
So yeah, Warner Brothers.
And yes, Gotham Knights 100% I think will be announced. Yeah.
Gotham Knights definitely will be there.
Hmm.
Suicide Squad will not.
What is it? Suicide Squad
Or the
kills
Justice League.
the Justice League? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I would die.
Gotham Knights.
I would
Lego
love to
game.
see another Lego. I freaking love Lego games.
Yeah, it's possible we could get another Lego Warner Brothers
We
property
haven't had one in
potentially.
forever.
Yeah. Does WB own the company that do Lego games?
If
Because
they
if
don't
yeah, because
own
I know.
them, they do license their properties to them.
Okay, yeah, because I know Skywalker Saga got delayed again. So
Oh my gosh,
Lego Sport. Oh my god!
I saw people talking about that on Twitter, and it was like,
Please
what?
don't. It's already crap.
Oh
Okay,
my
right.
gosh.
We can. I think we could skip Capcom because I pretty much did that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Where you know, um, yeah, I think the only things are obviously uh, Monster Hunter Rise will get a new patch. Monster Hunter Stories is get a new trailer.
Oh,
Obviously,
definitely,
something
definitely.
Street Fighter related. That's a given. Um, yeah, they may talk about Rise on PC as well as possible. Village. Oh yeah,
I've
Village
wondered about
DLC could be
that.
very possible too.
Yeah, because okay, let me brief sojourn into Village DLC. I mean, we know that Mia's story is coming because
hmm
I mean, I'm not giving any spoilers
Oh,
away.
I already know. I already know.
I'm not
I'm
giving
not. I
spoilers.
know. I know. I know. But I already know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, the last line is the father's story is over.
Mm.
That's the last that's written on screen, and then the game's over. So it's gotta be Mia. There's gotta
It
be DLC.
probably
And
has.
if you think about the remake they did, well, even the original, but the remake of was it two?
Mm.
And you had Leon, and then what's her face, and they're
Claire.
Claire. Thank you. And they're differing stories. So yes, I think
Okay.
Mia's story will be coming. 100%.
Okay.
100%.
All right.
Makes sense.
Okay. Activision. There. Yeah. Cool. This will be another year that you say Call of Duty looks good.
Yeah, exactly. I love Call of Duty. I'm such a dork.
I know. Yeah, we'll get another Call of Duty thing because every
Yep.
other company is now working on Call of Duty. So yeah, there's your whole
Yes.
Activision show. So good.
Exactly.
Good. Bandai Namco. don't know. Really don't know with them. Could be
Uh,
anything with how many properties they own.
Chat says, Brent specifically, more Tony Hawk.
No.
I don't see it right now. I
No,
don't see it
unless
now.
oh God, God, why can't I remember the name of the company who made that? Creative
Oh,
Assembly?
you always forget the name of that.
Not Creative Assembly. Creative Assembly did Alien
No,
Isolation.
it was. You literally forgot the name of this the other day,
Again, oh, I know I hate
and
myself
I knew
for it,
it
but
back then, but now I can't remember it as well. Let's see.
no, not Neversoft, the ones that did the
No, it's
remakes.
creative something. That
Vicarious
comment.
Visions.
That's it. Okay. I knew it like 5 weeks
Yeah.
ago when we did this, and then I forgot. But chat says they should make DLC for Village, where the main character actually has realistic reactions to the situations. Right? Okay. First
Yeah,
of
I'm
all,
gonna fall on the I'm gonna
right?
fall on the floor and nearly die because I lose my hand about 20,000 times.
Well, see, here's the thing. Like, I don't want to get on my Resident Evil soapbox because I've done it so many times. Outlast is better. Outlast 2. But is I have to say Resident Evil Village is even more unrealistic than the previous ones. Um, and it's very immersion breaking for me because it's kind of, I don't know, we're getting into the fantastical now, which is fine, but they never established that
Mm.
this was a fantastical world. It was more a science umbrella,
Yeah,
corporation type of thing. So, yeah. Uh,
yeah, they are going in a bit of an odd direction, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, and I went ahead and like researched the lore and stuff because I've said this before. I'm a lore heavy person. I like things to make sense. Uh, we're just getting into kind of magic and fantastical, and it kind of doesn't
Mm.
do it for me.
It's fine, whatever. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
okay, right, Sega, Sega. What do you talk about Sega? Because they've already done Sonic the other day, so
Yeah, and then
uh, I am gonna go on a limb here because of the announcement that we got that came seemingly out of nowhere the other
right.
day. Virtua Fighter 6 is gonna get announced.
Right, yes, I 100% agree with that. God, we were supposed to talk about that, weren't
Well,
we?
we are now Virtua Fighter 5,
Yes.
like whatever moniker. Ultimate Showdown is it now?
Look, here's the
You
thing.
know,
Yes,
get the
100%.
game that is like ridiculously old that no one played back in the day that I did,
Right.
and I was really happy with how it played, but nobody played it, so it died, and now because of
I
the Dragon engine, it has come back, but is only on PS4, despite having despite having smart delivery on the Xbox
Oh
version, that you could
gosh.
very easily do it as well, and it's probably
Right.
because Sony bought something to do with Evo, and this is a ridiculous rant, and I know, but I don't care, but this is ridiculous.
That's actually what I was about to say was that because esports, Evo's particularly, is about to. I think we're going to see a lot more money
Mm.
pumped into that, and so we're going to start seeing things like Virtua Fighter and stuff come back.
Yeah,
Clay
Sega have already
Fighter.
made it like very aware that they are looking at the esports
Mm-hmm.
option
Oh
for
yeah,
Virtua Fighter.
it's
So
look, if you caught our episode, our special episode, which was a reading of the emails of Apple versus Epic,
yeah,
uh, yes, fight the esports arena and fighting games specifically, but esports is where all of the big companies are about to start just pumping money in. So we're going to start
yep,
seeing more things like this. If you go buy those documents, go listen to that episode. It's really good.
it was fun. Well,
It
I
was a
haven't got
lot
it
of
in an
fun.
audio version, but I will do that soon.
Oh yeah. We do need to do that. But
Yeah,
let's see. Chat is saying I don't think Virtual Fighter is going to be that big. You can't just blow money into something and expect people to care
really?
about it all of a sudden.
Ooh, oh no,
Oh,
no, 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 no! I very much disagree with you on this point, I'm afraid to say, because Virtua Fighter is a huge property for Sega and they have not realized it. The fact that they put Virtua Fighter in one of the Yakuza games and had an arcade perfect
mm-hmm.
version of it pretty much brought that back into the hive mind again. and people are loving Virtua Fighter at the moment that they would be stupid not to capitalize on it.
The response on Twitter to Virtua Fighter the other day was
Yeah,
insane.
especially if it
Um,
going to PS Plus, it's just mental. Like day and date, fine. I don't agree with it myself because I think it shafts those Xbox fans who had it, myself included, because obviously I bought it on that console. But
right.
at least I can get it for free on PS Plus
I
or
think they're prepping.
free.
Yeah, I think they're prepping people. I think they're trying to build a new audience.
They are
Um,
for sure,
I just really think I just really think they're hitting that esports arena stuff. I
for
mean, because
sure, and I
Blizzard
think they
is
think.
Blizzard
Go on.
Blizzard is just really screwed the pooch, as they say,
Mhm.
with their various personal beliefs, I guess. But they've
Yeah,
lost a lot of people who lived and died by Blizzard slash Activision.
yeah,
And I think that there's a vacuum there, and I think that Sega is like, oh, let's try our little, let's dip a toe
yeah.
in there and see how that
I mean,
goes.
look at Lost Judgment. The fact that they're putting like Sonic the Fighters in there is kind of silly. But it's a game that people have wanted to replay for ages, so they're
It's
going to be able
true.
to do that in Lost Judgment. So Sega
It's.
knows what works for some reason,
I mean,
and then they make crappy decisions
I
with
was gonna
Sonic. So
say, I was gonna say, they do and they don't.
yeah,
Yes. Which is funny about the what is it? Sonic's. Wait, who was it that got fired and then rehired? Was it Sonic's voice actor?
I don't know. I really don't know at this point.
He got fired and like for 6 months, and that was it. And
Yeah,
then he got rehired, and then people were like cheering and stuff. So it's so
brilliant.
funny.
Anyway, so yeah, Sega, Gearbox, nothing. Screw Gearbox. So let's move
Yeah,
on. I don't want to talk
exactly.
about it good enough. So, um, yeah, we already
Unreal
did an
Engine.
episode on the guy.
Unreal Engine 5 is coming out.
They will talk about that. So that Virtua Fighter re-release will delay. Will have delay-based netcode. I think it's already
Right.
confirmed that it's not having. Oh, it has got delay-based netcode. It's not got GGPO in there, which is really quite annoying, unfortunately.
Right.
Or rollback netcode is what some people want to talk about. So, which is not a good thing considering. Yeah, I agree. I think that's the only thing that's going to falter it. But I
Mhm.
think that's where the announcement of Virtua Fighter 6 is going to come in and go, look, rollback netcode.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah, I think they're just
Sheesh.
testing the waters with Ultimate Showdown
That's what I think as
because
well.
they're using the Dragon engine more than anything. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I agree with
yeah
chat.
yeah
Rollback ain't
Tekken
easy in 3D.
yeah Tekken
Yes,
struggled with it as well, especially on
Tekken's
the
a
Xbox version.
perfect example. A perfect example of
Yeah,
this.
rollback is not easy to do on 3D games. It definitely works
It's
a
not.
lot better with sprite based, but
Mhm.
there are a lot of people out there who seem to be doing some really good stuff with netcode in 3D based games, especially older 3D games. So maybe they can have a look at some people in the community that might be able to help them with that.
Yeah.
This is Sega. We never know.
That's the thing, because I think Sega gets a lot of money from different other companies. Like Nintendo pumps some money into Sega,
Yeah.
Sony will
Yeah.
pump some money into
Well,
Sega. You know
yeah,
what
and
I mean? Like,
then obviously got the deal for like a Sonic movie and merchandise, all that sort of thing. They've got a lot of fingers and
exactly.
a lot of pies. So
They do.
yeah. We'll go back to the big one. Obviously, is Nintendo because that's the last
Yes,
one basically on the list. So
it's
I'll let you
Pete's
start.
favorite.
You carry on. What do you
Well,
think?
I always feel kind of like like under, God, I can't think of the word. Uh,
Pressure.
what?
Pressure.
No. Like, you're the Nintendo expert. I don't know that much about Nintendo. I don't even play my Switch. I
I know you
do
don't.
100%. Okay, wait. I am going to go on a rant. And Pete knows this rant.
And that's fine
Um,
because I've already granted. So crack on.
yeah. Do you guys hear that? Let me know if you hear that buzz. It might be my speaker. So, just let me
I
know in
can't
chat.
hear it.
Um, but so I just want to say that if you do follow my Twitter and you see that where I talk about Nintendo coming out with a Switch quote Pro, which is how I refer to it. That's not me just being kind of silly and going like, well, of course Nintendo's gonna release something one day. No, I'm actually backing that with the actual thought and research in it,
Mhm.
based on Nintendo's patterns of their past. Now, Pete, of course, is more knowledgeable about Nintendo. I'm solely seeing this as an outside observer, watching their patterns and seeing how that lines up. Whereas Pete kind of has a more of a feel for the actual, Nintendo franchise. Do I believe there's going to be a Switch Pro pretty soon? Yes, 100%. I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying that. I say this based on the tech was old when they released it. I was gonna say it's 4 years, but Pete corrected me off air.
It's
It's
a lot
five
longer than that.
years.
I think it's about 6 at this point.
Okay, we may even be hitting 6 years. Yes, they're going to release a Switch Pro. 100%. I believe that. Now, Pete, I'm gonna let him. Whoop, I'm gonna let him continue, because again, he has his kind of like finger on the pulse of actual Nintendo. I'm basing this on market research. So,
Yeah.
Pete, your thoughts and feelings on the quote Switch Pro?
Yeah, well, exactly what I said on Twitter, but if you don't
Mm-hmm.
follow me on Twitter, then I'll say it here and now. I think, well, I didn't say this specifically on Twitter. I do think there is one coming. I don't care for all this rumor stuff until it's
Mm-hmm.
actually physically announced by Nintendo themselves.
Right.
Because I'm getting very, very bored of Bloomberg articles coming out every couple of weeks going Switch Pro, Switch Pro, Switch Pro, and it drums up a load of masses on Twitter, including a lot of industry insiders, that all
Mm-hmm.
give seemingly information that has appeared to be so far incorrect that, there could be an announcement at some point. I just don't know if they're going to do that at E3 or before. I think it will be after.
So, do you
I
think, also reflecting what chat has said, do you think there'll be a Breath of the Wild announcement at E3? Two.
I
Breath of the Wild 2.
Hard to say because there are various reasons behind it. They're obviously focusing their attention very solely on Skyward Sword HD,
Yes.
which is coming out in July, so that's more pressing to them in terms of
Mm-hmm.
right now sales. Breath of the Wild 2 is more of a massive project that's obviously going to get a lot more people on board, considering that Breath of the Wild 1 has now sold over 20 million copies.
Just crazy.
Um, so we may get something, but remember, Aonuma did say in the Zelda showcase not too long ago, or the live stream, that they had no news on on Breath of the Wild 2 and to wait until later on in the year. And I think the news will be that it's a March 2022 release date, and they'll have a new trailer. That's probably it.
Right? See, I find it very interesting. Again, harkening back to our Apple versus Epic email
Hmm.
release thing. Microsoft, I was going to say Xbox, but Microsoft strongly felt that Breath of the Wild would be released this year. Um,
Yeah,
I think that's
I,
very, very telling, very interesting.
I
Um,
think I think a lot of people think it's going to be released this year, but I really just don't see it, to be
well,
honest.
if
I
you
think
base.
they've
Mhm.
already got big holiday game already with the fact they announced, Diamond and Pearl remakes, and they're coming
Oh,
out in
I know.
November. And
That's
then you've got
insane to
like
me.
Legends Arceus coming out in January, like end of January. So they're already set for those couple of those holiday months.
Chat has said something very interesting.
Yeah,
Brett.
I was gonna get to that
Oh, okay.
afterwards. So I do think that they'll have a Zelda themed crossover with Animal Crossing as well for the 35th anniversary.
Really?
It's it really is hard to say what they're going to do in terms of Zelda's 35th anniversary because we haven't seen a lot, obviously, because of
Right.
Nintendo being Nintendo.
Yeah.
They might also do a similar thing to what they've done with Mario because they don't want the Mario fans then turning around and going, "Why did Zelda get a better shake than we did?" Um, I know
Oh
there's a lot of
dear.
crossover, but
Yeah.
I'm one of the very few that is a Mario fan, but not really a Zelda fan. So, um, yeah. So I think I think we'll get something. We'll get a collection, but I don't think that's coming at E3. I think that'll be in September. They might do all the live stream stuff for that.
See, my theory is because Nintendo does their own directs, I just don't see them dropping a big, you know, reveal at E3.
No, they usually have something there that is usually incorporated with their E3 show, especially with the Treehouse. So
Right?
if they have a
Exactly.
big game to
Exactly.
show off, they will show
Mhm.
it. Which I think the biggest one that's going to be this year, and I really, really, yeah, that is
It's.
a good hot take. To be
Mhm.
fair, Sencho, I'm not a fan, not a Zelda fan since Twilight Princess. Understandable, because Wolf Link sucked. So come at
Oh
me.
gosh.
Um, Wolf Link did suck.
I agree
um,
with you there.
then
Yes.
what was I saying?
Uh,
Yeah, there'll
I
be
think.
a big showcase. I think the game
Say
that's
what I'm
coming,
gonna say.
yeah, the game that's coming sooner than any other game that's so close to E3 that I think they're going to have a blowout on information. Mario Golf.
Oh right, yes. Okay, that actually wasn't where I was going for, but
Yeah,
yes,
they'll
Mario
have a
Golf.
big
I did
Treehouse
forget.
event for that for sure.
Yeah,
Like they'll
hundred
show,
percent.
they will literally show everything about that game. So you know how they did with like Smash Brothers, where it's like how to
Mhm.
play and all that.
But
They'll
what
do
about?
that. They'll show the online component and how it works. They'll show off speed golf, and then they'll do
Oh,
a load of stuff on
definitely,
the Treehouse
definitely.
for it.
But what about Splatoon 3?
No, too early.
You think so? They did that
Well,
teaser.
well, the teaser was well too early. It was too early to even show anything, and I think they just needed something punchy at the
Right.
end because they needed something at the end of that direct at the beginning of the year because
Okay.
people had been waiting a long time.
Right. Yes, hundred
I think
percent.
I think if we're getting anything Splatoon 3, it's towards the end of next year or the beginning of beginning of next year, late this year.
Right. Okay.
Um,
Interesting.
where we'll get a test fire in March, more than likely to start.
Oh, definitely, definitely,
We'll get a
definitely
massive.
has to
I
be.
think. I think they'll stay quiet until January's direct, and then they'll go so ham on it. They'll literally have like Splatoon themed events, like directs in like
Right.
February one, with a
Yeah.
March like test fire, a July test fire before it comes out. Constant updates on the Splatoon Twitter, everything. They'll go fully balls to the wall with it.
Right. I can see that 100%.
Um, Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 9, don't get your hopes up. Do not get your hopes up, people, please. Mario Kart 9 is not happening when Mario Kart 8 is selling like crazy,
I
and
was
that
gonna
update
say.
meant absolutely nothing other than stability. Yeah, because they updated Mario Kart 8 the other day on
Hmm.
Switch, and people got like, were like, are they releasing a patch to anticipate some new DLC coming? No, no. It's not out of the realm of possibility, considering we've seen online added to Super Mario Party after 2 years of it being out. But I
I
don't see
like.
it happening.
I like the hot take that chat has taken, specifically Sincho. Which is I like Breath of the Wild even less than this Twilight Princess, which is an interesting stance to take. The whole running around with 100 weapons and barebone open world mechanics just seem like a bad Elder Scrolls to me. Hashtag get ready for blowback. I am going to agree. I will say this, and Pete can fill you in a little bit more. Pete went back and played it after not liking it.
Yeah,
And
it took me 3 attempts to actually like Breath of the Wild. So if you've only played it the once, I would probably say try and go back and see if you can experience more of the story rather than just the open world mechanics and running straight to Ganon.
it didn't do it for me, but I also haven't gone back. But Pete was so adamant about his enjoyment the second time through that
Well,
I
third
have
time.
thought about, or third time, yes, I have thought about going back because
Mm,
I feel the same way as chat. They're better RPGs out there. Oh, I
yeah,
hate saying that because
I
I love Link, I love Zelda, I love the whole franchise.
Mm, I do agree. I think there are
Yeah,
better games out there. It's just in terms of open world design, like it probably is one of the best out there because of the fact that it's so open. It really
right.
is. You can do anything, climb anything basically, and I think that's the best part of it. That games are now you're now
I'm
starting to see games like Verizon adding gliders in and stuff like that. So they clearly did something right.
I have to say, I remember when oh god, who is it that I used to watch? Oh, I can't remember his name. He's an Australian guy. He makes videos.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, if I could just remember his name, everybody would be like, that guy. Uh,
Yeah.
frick. But anyway, he was talking about this was years ago. This was probably like 10 years ago.
Mm.
And he was talking about how games were starting to become more open world and more sandbox and stuff like that. And he hated to see that at the time. This is again like 10 years ago. Uh,
Uh-huh.
but it's becoming that way, and I almost expect that now from games. You know,
Sure.
and like when they do release the next Elder Scrolls, yeah, it better be open world. Are you crazy?
Hmm.
You know, that type of thing. So I, I really am hoping that. It sounds terrible, but I do hope that a lot more of the games in the future are more open world, more sandbox, as we head towards that. Yahtzee! Yahtzee is his dadgum name!
Oh, okay.
Go watch Yahtzee's videos, he's amazing.
Okay, I can get on board. Sencho's comment here. I think the
Mm-hmm.
climbing is just boring. It takes away from the kind of interesting platforming. Some of it
Yeah.
does, yeah. Just the
Yeah.
ability to climb anything like in a game was quite an advancement, I think, because it hadn't really been done.
How old is Breath of the Wild now?
2017 it came out, so yeah.
Right.
By the time the new one comes out, it'll be 5 years.
Right, okay, which would be about a normal life cycle of back in the old days
Mm,
anyway. Back in the
well,
day
yeah,
it used to be.
with exception to Majora's Mask and that.
Oh.
Shut up, Majora's Mask. Look, here's a hot take for you. Majora's Mask is better than Ocarina of Time.
Oh, I definitely disagree, but that's okay.
Let's not. Yeah, let's not talk about that Skyward Sword Amiibo disaster. Let's not. I really don't want to talk about that one because I was quite angry.
That is too funny.
Right, I guess I'm gonna have to touch on this Switch friggin' new Nintendo Switch or
You
Super
have
Nintendo Switch or
to.
whatever the bloody hell you want to call it.
Yes, but it should be called Super Nintendo Switch, which again I believe was Sincho that said that earlier at the
Nah,
top of the hour. Um,
I've heard it a lot, yeah, but nah, it's gonna be called the Switch U.
Switch you. Why? That's
Or it'll
why.
be called, or no, that was a joke, obviously.
Uh huh. Switch
Or how
you.
about the Switch, like with
Oh my
WII?
gosh. Oh my gosh. No, I think
Yeah,
I
a couple of
really
the really stupid ones I've heard. It's really funny.
I think now again, I say this all the time, but I want to make sure that people know out there, especially our listeners, Pete is the Nintendo expert. I barely touch my Switch. But
Yeah, I'm
I think
disappointed in you.
I know, but from a marketing point of view, I do follow Nintendo from a marketing point of view
Okay.
because they fascinate me. I
Yeah,
think I think they'll go with something like Switch Pro or Switch Elite or Switch XL.
I I see the Switch XL more likely
Hmm.
than anything else. New Nintendo Switch might give some bad impressions because, like with the new 3DS, like it didn't really help with the naming convention. Yeah,
Right.
and there was only a select couple of games that actually were new and worked, so it might give off bad taste
Yeah,
still.
speaking of bad taste, as chat says, Sincho, I still haven't licked a Switch cartridge. I'm
I
not gonna
have.
lie. Okay, okay, wait. Let me set this up for our viewers and
Okay.
our listeners, and then you tell me. I did not know until very recently, and we're talking within the last 2 years. So this is how much of a dork I am. That the Switch cartridges were coated in a bad tasting thing to keep kids from swallowing
Mm.
them. I have been curious as to what that is. I have never done it to this day. But Pete, what does it taste
I can't describe what it tastes like. It just tastes like living hell.
like?
Right? It's enough for you to just like literally touch your tongue on it and go, "Ugh, never again."
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
It's so horrible.
That is so funny. Um,
Never, never, Sencho. I am never doing that. But Kylie can volunteer, but I will
no,
not.
that would be a great if we hit like a certain amount of subscribers. We'll get Pete to lick a Nintendo cartridge.
Why me?
Cause
Why is it always me? You're not volunteering yourself for anything.
I don't have any Nintendo cartridges.
Oh, you do. There you go. Thanks, Sencho. Yep.
All right, look, if
In
we
a
get
hot.
if we get If we get 10 subscribers, I will lick a
Today.
Nintendo cartridge in a
You get
heartbeat.
10 subscribers today.
No, I mean 10 subscribers in general. I
No,
will
I mean
say,
today. It has to be today.
oh my gosh. I
I'm
will
kidding. I'm kidding.
officially, I will lick on air Nintendo cartridge. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, 10 subscribers. Come on, let's go. Look, we'll get to that at the end because we can obviously talk about that one still.
Oh
But
gosh,
yes,
that is so funny. That is so
fine.
funny.
Yeah, remember like the pledge of a million bits or a million of anything, and that will hop
Yeah,
upstream will happen, and
that's.
I'll include a free lick of a Switch cartridge just for the sake of it.
Oh my gosh. When you're here for my Comic Con, we should
Hmm.
totally do a hot tub stream.
You keep
We've
saying
got
this, but I'm
to.
waiting for that magic number to come.
Oh, it'll happen. It'll happen. Guys, let's
Mhm.
hit for 2022. Pete and I will do a hot tub stream. Probably in the middle of a Comic Con, which will be even better. Oh,
That would be weird.
it would be the coolest thing ever.
Oh yeah, because after the year that we've had, sharing bathwater with loads of people is really a good idea, isn't it?
I'll put some bleach in. It'll be fine. That would be
Moving on.
hilarious. That would be hilarious. But yes, let's
Moving on.
continue on. Yes.
Sorry.
You keep going, keep going. What's next? Is that
Well,
all
we're
of
done.
E3?
We're done for the E3 stuff, and I guess we kind of touched on the Switch Pro, whatever you want to call it.
Right. I
Yeah,
mean,
so
I just want to state for the record that I'm not just like going, "Oh, Nintendo's eventually going to release something." Oh my gosh, yes.
I know
Uh,
your reasoning behind it. I
yeah,
get it.
I have good reasons behind it. It is really based on Nintendo's marketing and their patterns that they follow. Um, so what was my next thing? I was going to say something. I forgot what.
No
E3.
idea.
Oh, Unreal 5 has been released. I think that's interesting.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
in
chat. I like what
beta.
chat said.
What?
Chat said
Oh
multiplayer
yeah,
Metro
sorry,
better be
sorry,
out.
Brent. No, no, I know, no cock media because I don't really, I can't remember half of their properties.
Like everything. But multiplayer Metro better be announced.
Point,
Now that
yeah.
would be interesting. I would like to see that. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about Metro.
I, I would,
What, Pete?
I wouldn't be surprised if we did see a new Metro game at some point.
Well, I do want to talk about Metro just very briefly. Metro is one of
Okay.
those kind of like Haze, which is like an amazing idea. This is a was it a Polish? No, it's a Russian company that
I think
created
I thought it was
Metro.
Polish.
It might be Polish, but
Is
it's
it?
a small studio. Is the point? They have made an amazing game for what they've done. I tried to, it's based on a sci-fi novel, and I tried to read the novel, and I couldn't get into it, and I tried to play the game, and I couldn't get into it. It wasn't for me, but
Oh
I
no.
can
Okay, sorry,
absolutely
correction.
respect.
Ukrainian.
Ukrainian. Okay,
Ukrainian.
okay, that's why I was getting confused with Russian. Okay, apologies to any Ukrainian viewers. I did not mean to do that. I'm American. I don't have good geography skills, but they've created a beautiful, amazing, strong, powerful game that is fantastic to look at. It just didn't do it for me. It just didn't do it for me. But
Hmm.
it is a fabulous series, and I do encourage people to go out and try it because I'm still blown away at the level of just the creativity and the ability, the talent, that this game has. It's just stunning graphically, but it just didn't do it for me. Um, and let's see. I'll skip that one, Sincho, even though I love that. Let's see. Sincho says, I tried to get into Metro multiple times, can't do it for some reason. I'm going to agree. Um, but I know people who do love Metro.
Some people just can't.
Yeah, it's weird to me because I am a sci fi fanatic. I have the
Mm,
novel it was based on, cannot get into it. Tried to play the
mm,
game, and you would think Fallout is my favorite thing ever. So the Metro games are very similar to that kind of, you know,
Yeah.
post-apocalyptic world. Cannot get into it. Just can't. I don't know why, but I respect it. It's a beautiful game. Absolutely beautiful. Um, uh, Brent says, I've had a hard time finding an English version of the book, so you were lucky. To be very honest, that may be the problem. It is badly translated, so that kind of takes away from the book. But the idea is so good. But again, it's like Haze, which we've mentioned before. I love the idea behind that game. I cannot get into the game. I just can't.
No, the game
Um,
is awful.
it's awful, but the idea is just fabulous. Um, Sincho says, to be fair, I'm that kind of guy that needs to start at the first game, and maybe I should just go with a newer version. Oh, I mean, I've played the first game. Again, graphically stunning, but it is very on rails, as they say. It's not an open world thing. You got actually technically is on rails because you have to ride around underground, but it just I just couldn't click with it. It's crazy. It is absolutely wild. I'm trying to think of
Yeah.
it has a lot of like Half-Life type feeling to it, but it's just not quite there for me. But I don't want
No.
that to discourage anybody from playing it.
No, I'm gonna get around to playing them at some point in the
It
future.
is. It's beautiful to look at. The new versions, Brent says, the new versions are a little easier if you had trouble with the original difficulty. I mean, I
Okay.
think if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. The originals you had to balance when you were above ground, breathing good air, like with your mask, and also shooting things, but also the bullets were money. So I see it just it's difficult. Sincho
Ooh,
says it wasn't the difficulty
yeah,
that much
what
as
are
the
those
fact
top
that
eight?
it felt janky as hell, so I got bored. I'm gonna be very honest, I got bored too. And yes,
Yeah, but
it's
yeah,
survival horror, as Brent says in the chat. Yes,
yeah,
yeah, 100%. I would
yeah,
absolutely agree with that. Yeah. So
sure.
it would be good to
Uh,
see a Metro multiplayer. Absolutely. I just don't think it's for
oh,
me,
agreed.
but I would like to see other people have that chance.
Sure. Hey, so we've had a couple of other big things that have happened this week, I guess, so we could talk about briefly.
Okay.
Well, the Horizon Forbidden West gameplay reveal,
Right. That's very true.
and obviously the Sonic thing that we had the other day, which I'll save your troubles was utter terrible. Um, it was awful. I don't know why that was even like a thing, even for 13 minutes.
Oh gosh, I know. I agree.
Oh,
100%.
look, Sonic Colors Ultimate looks cool. I never played Sonic Colors on the Wii, so cool. I'll play that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, another collection. Hooray! The only thing I'll say about that is at least we finally got Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles in a collection, I guess.
I'll say this because we're actually going to wrap this up here pretty quick.
Yeah,
We actually did a full episode. I'm very proud of you, Pete. Uh, but the
I
reason
know.
why I keep mentioning Unreal 5 is because I think that's crazy that they've managed to release that in the middle of, you know, their whole
Mm.
court case thing.
It is quite impressive, at
It
least.
is, right?
But it probably is like a completely separate team working on it that has absolutely nothing to do with their legal department, so.
Well, yeah, it would have to be, but it's still pretty impressive that they did that. And I don't care for Epic and all of its subsidiaries, but I mean, let's
Mhm.
be honest, most games are built in the Unreal Engine. Uh, and so
At
it's
least they.
good. Yeah.
I will be honest here, and whilst it's not Epic being good guy Epic, of course. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Brent. I appreciate that. What was I going to say? Shit. I don't remember what I was saying
We were
there.
talking about
Thanks,
Epic.
Brad. You. You ruined my great content. Weird. Um, leaving on impact, I guess.
Yes.
Um,
I'm actually hungry now. But
yeah, it's making me hungry too. So yeah. Christ, what was I gonna
we were
say?
talking about Unreal and how
I mean,
Epic is tied up, and it's quite impressive that they did manage to release the new Unreal
yeah, sorry, that was it. It's their pricing
update.
structure. At least, like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're not good guy Epic by any stretch of the
Oh,
imagination.
crap,
But
no.
at least if you're making a game using Unreal Engine, the cut for developers, especially indie developers, is so much better than it is on Steam or any other platform.
Yeah.
So cool,
Which,
I can get on board with that. That's great. You know,
well,
Epic only getting 12%. Fine.
it's crazy to me that after, I mean, I've stated this before. Again, go watch our episode about Epic versus Apple. I've read so many court documents, and some of them
Mm,
have now been taken down.
obviously.
So I couldn't really talk about those. But what I will say is that Epic is not a good guy. They're doing a kind of marketing thing where they come across as the good guy. But here's
Mm,
the thing, they are benefiting the developers. Even if they're doing it for very selfish and wrong reasons, the developers
yeah.
are still benefiting. And I,
Yeah.
I have to, I get, yay, but not Epic.
That's
Boo.
what I said. It's like they're not the good guys, but they are doing
No,
something good, which is
no.
fine.
But I think we're gonna wrap it up there. We have done a full episode. I'm so proud of you, Pete, and I don't mean that in like a cheesy, dumb way. Uh,
We all know you do, so I'll take it
No,
either way.
I really don't because I know you're dying inside. I know
No,
that.
I'll take it. Like I said, you were like, "Are you gonna be all right?" Like during our quick chat yesterday, it's like, "You
Hmm.
sure you're gonna be all right?" I'm like, "Yep, I'll be fine."
I'm gonna
I
struggle
told
on.
I told you I would get through it.
Oh
I live
gosh.
I live for this.
I know,
I'm
but see, I always
look.
worry
I
because
know.
I know how I am, but I don't hold other people to those standards. And so
Yeah,
I was like,
well,
oh.
by osmosis, let's say, after the last 18 months, we've kind of had to adapt to that mind frame. So,
Yeah, you're starting to get that. The show must go on. Uh, but
yeah, and unless it's next week, where the show definitely will not go on. No, I kid, I kid.
yes, I do
We
want to.
will, we will actually have a plan for next week.
Yes. But I do want to thank everyone in chat and also our audio listeners, our podcast listeners. You guys are literally the reason we do this because we just love it. We love giving you guys entertainment. We love when you interact with us.
Mm,
And Pete has struggled on through adversity and pulled himself together for this episode. So thank you so much to those who came out. And we
no worries,
will,
Sancho. We're happy to
yeah,
provide.
thank you so
Um,
much.
what was we
Um,
gonna say? I said there was something we were gonna talk about like at the end of this.
I don't
I don't know.
remember. I
No, I
think
don't recall either. Whatever.
I think you should
Whatever.
take ibuprofen and take a
Oh yeah,
nap.
I suppose we do need to wrap up the reviews for this week, I guess.
We do, yeah, Pete. Do you have those pulled up, or you want me
I'm
to keep
just about
talking?
to.
But yes,
So
so Pete has a fancy new outro, but I still want to say thank you so much to everyone who listens to us, who stops by,
yeah.
who shares our content. It really means the world to us because
Hmm.
we don't advertise. We do it purely by word of mouth, purely by we hope you like our content instead of like, advertising and shoving it in your face 24/7.
Yeah.
And then, of course, making Twitch affiliate has been like a huge deal for us, a huge
Massive. Yeah.
accomplishment, and we could not have
Oh
done it
yeah,
without that.
that was it. Yeah. Thank you for the reminder.
Oh,
Remember,
great.
uh, no, because it's to do with Twitch, obviously. For
Oh,
those who are
right.
watching us live, remember if you have Amazon Prime,
Oh,
you
yes.
have a Twitch Prime gaming account, which means that you can link your Amazon Prime to Twitch and gift us your one free sub a month.
That
That
would
would be
be
very, very
awesome.
helpful. And remember, 10 subs and Kylie licks a Switch cartridge. So remember, that's a reason. That is. There we go.
Oh my gosh! Sinjo, thank you so much much for that. Oh my gosh, 9 more, and I have to lick a Twitch. I mean, a Nintendo cartridge.
There we go. We're getting there. Thanks, Finch.
Thank you so much. That was amazing. You did
I'm
not have to
so
do
glad
that.
that I
Thank you.
remembered to actually say that. I
One
nearly
out of
forgot.
10. There we go. Ah,
Yeah,
that is amazing. That is
we're
awesome.
getting there.
Thank you. That's so
So,
kind.
but
Ah.
yeah, I'll go through the reviews from this last week.
Yes, and then you need to
So,
get some rest.
screw that. I'll probably go walking later
No,
now in my
you're
life.
not. There's no way.
No, I actually probably will.
Oh my gosh.
I
Okay,
need
but
fresh.
yes.
Look, whilst the weather's good, I might as well
I
take
know.
advantage of
I
it.
can't deny that. Like I'm going out
Yeah,
to power wash some more. So.
yeah. And also, I've got another podcast to record tomorrow, so I
Oh,
might as well
that's
get my chance in
right.
whilst I can.
Oh goodness. All right. Well, what
No,
reviews
I'm
have we
not
got?
doing shameless self-promotion of this one on this one.
No.
So, okay, so starting from the 23rd, which was last Sunday, is Lost Words Beyond the Page, which was done by Alex Laybourne. Next we had the Ordees Penrose X. Jesus, they're like £300 headphones. Like that.
Wow. That's amazing.
Wow. Okay.
That's amazing.
Next,
Who reviewed those?
that would be the Overlord himself,
Oh, okay,
because
okay,
he
okay.
pretty much does all the big
Yeah,
tech
yeah, yeah,
reviews,
yeah. He should
so.
do that 100%.
No, he does. He pretty much said to us on a call that he's loving the tech reviews. So,
Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
yeah. Next we had Knockout City, that weird EA game that seems to have taken everyone by storm. That was by Jordan Campbell. I think he enjoyed it. I believe so.
Right?
Next we had the Shantae, the port of Shantae, the first game onto Switch, by Joseph Baroud. Funnily enough, I listened to a podcast that actually one of the guys who develops the game who is on it.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
that's kind of cool. Right, Flowing Lights review by Stephen Walcott was next. Then we had Tinker Racers by Daryl Leach, 25th. Then Man Eater for the Switch by Toby, good guy Toby. Then Insurmountable by Kieran, our favourite Scottish friend. Then we had the Xbox Rapid Report from the 24th
Oh,
to the 28th by
yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
So that's a new feature that we've got on
There's a
the
new
site
feature.
itself.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're going to do any others just yet. I believe there might be talk of doing it. So
That would be great. I love it.
I think I probably should ask him what I should do in terms of the Nintendo one, but I don't know if I should put more work on my plate, to be honest.
It's true, it would, but you would be the best one to do that. But yes, I would.
No, I know. I'll have a look at his rapid roundup report and see like whether or not it'll be something I could do in a week. Because knowing my luck, it'll probably include 3 months worth, knowing my striking styles.
Right.
Yeah. So then we had 2 Parsecs from Earth by John Campbell. Again, prolific, very prolific. Then. Now that is confusing the heck out of me because the title is called Word of Tanks, the Nameless Review, but it's the World of Tanks by Rob Lake.
Yeah, that's a strange one for me, but I'm actually very interested in that because I'm a dork and I like the World of Tanks.
Hey, you made it. You literally just missed your shout out as well for talking about your insurmountable review.
We gave you a shout out.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was. Look, I promise it was not horrible. It was nice. You can at least go back. Of
course.
And check it.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah, you did get to say hi. So cool.
Yes. Yeah. Hi, kid. Anyway. Yes.
Next we had the Redmi Note 10 5G review by Overlord. Damn, another one. Damn.
Very good.
We then had the Garmin Lily Sports Edition smartwatch review by Alicia, which.
Very nice.
Damn. Alicia, we need to have words. You're starting hitting my numbers here with reviews. I feel offended by this.
Oh, that's too funny.
Look, there could only be one known as the Long Man on this place, and I reserve the right to be known as the Long Man.
Oh my gosh, I'm not touching that, and all.
I know you're not.
I am
I know you're not. I know you're not. I don't. Wherever your brain goes, I know exactly where, and I don't like the sounds of that.
It only lives in the gutter. We know this. We've established
this. Yeah, well,
this.
we have already established me as well, so, you know.
Yeah,
Take that with the grain of or pinch of salt or the whole
Uh,
heap, whatever.
yes.
Next, we had Signs of the Sojourner, or whatever, by Joseph Baroud, and then the last one closes out by Jordan. Was don't forget to put. Oh
I
yes,
am, as soon as I click, end to end
yep,
stream button to
straight up.
this, I'm
That's
going
you.
straight to squallisdead.com because that has
You know,
blown my mind.
you know what you should do, right? Whilst you're out doing your power washing, there are plenty of YouTube videos of it as well.
Ooh, yeah.
So yeah, the last review by Jordan Gamble was Super Bomberman R Online, which was the new free component for
Very cool.
Bomberman R. So yeah, that's the reviews for the week.
That's
Check out
awesome.
www.rapidreviewsuk.com for these reviews this week
Absolutely.
and every week.
Yes, forever and ever. Um, but we are going to wrap it up. Thank you so much to, well, Pete for
Well,
struggling
well,
through.
well, it's wrapping up the podcast section. We will go for a
We're
little
wrapping up the
non-film
podcast
stream,
section.
obviously.
Yes.
So
Uh,
yeah,
yes, technically that's what I mean.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
very rambly episode. I apologize.
That's all right. Thank you so much for stopping by. I say it every week, and it never means it means the same every week. It's never means less than when
Hmm.
I say it. That didn't make any sense at all. But you could choose anyone in the world to spend your time with, and the fact that you spend time with us is amazing and blows our mind, and we appreciate
Hmm.
it from the very bottom of our hearts. We have the best chat, and I will defend that to death. Uh,
Yes.
so thank you so much for joining us on the podcast, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Thus ends the podcast portion of this episode.
Of proceedings today.
And I'm not gonna lie, I have to run to the bathroom because I drink.
So you're literally going to leave me here to do the rest.
I'm going to have to call it very quickly. But I can't leave you because I have the stream button.
I know. I thought that would be kind of weird.
Such a hot tub time.
Yeah,
Oh my
that
gosh,
that
we are going to.
no, no,
We are.
no.
We are.
There's no million donation of anything yet, so it's not happening. I'm afraid. That's for
2022.
my own
I'm
enjoyment.
getting our UK folks out for my Comic Con. It's called Fanfare Belfast. I'm going to get these guys out. They are going to do a hot tub stream for you, and it's going
Kieran,
to be
you have no
amazing.
choice. You
It's
have
going to
no
be
choice. You have to be there.
amazing. I will
Kieran, you
get
have no choice. You have to be there.
I will get y'all all kinds of banana floats and
Hot
what's the
dogs.
other thing that she does? Hot dogs. Okay. Hot
Yeah.
dogs, pickles, cucumbers, banana floats, and you guys just go to town, and I'm going to love every second of it.
Yeah,
I'll be the one subscribing and paying money.
like I said, Kieran, you actually have no choice. You have to be there. Like
Yep.
we need to make this as UK as possible. So we've got a Scotsman, we've got Northern Irish person. We'll have someone from Wales. Me being
Yep.
English, you know,
Oh, yeah, we're going to make this.
we're
Yeah.
repping the UK in this hot tub.
Oh, heck yeah. It's going to be great. Oh, fish and chips. There you go. That's what we'll have. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so fun. I will try and get an exact date as soon as possible, but 2022 is where it is at.
Yeah,
Fanfare Belfast. Oh,
we need to come with a date so we can start doing all the prep work
I know,
for it.
it
It's
is
gonna take
time.
about bloody years to do it.
It takes about a year, yeah. Ooh.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there'll be
Yeah.
females, there'll be males.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll be chilling on the sidelines filming you guys.
Because that doesn't sound like porn at all.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I've already hired my friend who is a seamstress. She did Game of Thrones. She's doing a Dungeons and Dragons movie right now, and she is making my Lady Dimitrescu dress.
And you finally said it right.
It's gonna be fun, and that's how I'm gonna open the show. I'm gonna MC it with her.
Of course you are.
Yeah. But I think.
I don't drink, but I'll be by the bar drinking.
Oh my gosh, I will be drinking so much because it's Ireland and that's what we do, baby.
I know. Can you just make sure that you're at least able to get up onto stage to start the show?
Of course, I will be flying high. It will be a fun
Yeah.
time had by all, and I cannot wait. I
Yep.
cannot wait.
For sure. For
Get
sure.
get everyone
We,
out.
we are we raiding someone today?
Oh crap! I have to go to the bathroom so bad.
Oh, come on, hurry up.
I'm dying. We have the Miss Positivity. We could raid her again. Just doing
We could.
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom
Uh,
Hearts, but hey. Um, Anyone else?
Kevin, call me Kevin's girlfriend is on.
No,
Uh, Jacksepticeye's girlfriend is
no.
on.
Shall we find someone with not as great numbers
Um,
and find a game that we actually possibly could have
look,
talked about today?
you
So
look.
maybe a Nintendo game.
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay, well, I'll go and have a look then.
To go to the bathroom so
Oh
bad.
crap! Then I can't do it on my computer. I have to do it on here.
Okay, well, I'm going to return. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry, guys. My face is so broke out. I just saw it. So, it's
It's
really
fine.
bad. It's bad because I was outside doing like power washing, and so I just came in, threw some like basic makeup on, and I'm just broke out constantly. Top to bottom. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. Whoopsie. I just clicked it on me and I meant to click it on you. Okay, Pete.
I'm trying to find one. Don't worry.
Alright, well,
I
I'm
want it.
gonna BRB, my friends.
See, I still called it. She still left me here on my own, so I have to actually friggin' try to talk. So yeah, I'm gonna try and find someone that we can read. If you got any suggestions, obviously I'm more than willing to have a look at that too. Any suggestions of games or people? Oh, one viewer. Let's find something good. Right. What the? What does that even mean? Wow, brilliant. It took me ages to read that. I don't know why. I'll have to see if anyone's streaming Smash Brothers. It clearly is. Hungry Box? No, 1.6k views. No thanks. Uh, Quite a lot of views on that one. This is exciting. I know. Hurry up, Kylie. Uh, we'll go with that one, I think. Give it a follow. We'll do that once Kylie makes her way back. So we shall see what goes on there. Oh, to do that.
I have returned it.
Right. Are we good?
Okay, yep. Who are we at?
I've just followed them. Someone called Sailor Jess underscore because they're streaming Smash Brothers.
Oh, alright, okay.
You leave me in charge.
Of course.
It
Wow.
was good Mario 3D World, but most of the people were Japanese. So it was like,
Well, okay, so.
I wanted an English speaking stream, so.
No, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Makes sense.
But yeah, I followed them. Oh no, I followed it on my one, so actually I'll just send over the username.
Yeah, you'll have to send me the
Yeah, I forgot.
username.
I'm signed in on my one. I'm still trying to get used to this. So
Oh my goodness.
there you go.
Okay, we are gonna raid. I'm gonna try and copy this.
Also, the image on the profile is for Sailor Moon, so it was like, yeah, cool. Right,
Oh yeah,
cool.
I'm into that. Okay,
I
so
can get on board with that.
I type raid.
So /raid.
Oh, /raid.
Yeah, then a space, and then the username.
Space. Then username. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, look, there we
Is
go.
it working? Okay.
Yes, it's working.
Oh my gosh.
So
Okay.
yeah, bye everyone. We're gonna let the raid happen.
Yep.
So go say hello. Tell them we said hello.
Yes. Be on your best behavior. And thank you so much for joining
Yeah.
us.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye 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 bye.
Let's see.
Right, switched over. That's cool.
Oh, I haven't muted, so.
Like none of the top level Peaches play like that. Because honestly, at top level, playing Peach like Luigi is not a good idea.
That's very cool.
There you go. Just put we are raiders.
Did you do that? Okay. Oh,
That's
yay!
what I did too.
Aww.
It was. Rapid, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you
Awesome.
guys. What's up,
Yeah,
guys?
thanks so much.
Oh,